Hello everyone, we're going to be playing some Balatro here on the magic deck on the orange stake. And pretty early on you're going to see here I find a very good joker that allows me to get the game started and kind of just go on autopilot the rest of the way. We get off to a rough start here. This is actually a post-commentary I'm recording. My lovely partner is sleeping over and I didn't want to wake them, you know, because I usually record these at night. And yeah, so we do have to play a hand here, but I end up getting the straight, which is what I wanted. So we win, and you'll see what happens. You know what, this run is like, it was fun, but it was pretty autopilot most of the time. So I decided to open up the buffoon pack, and lo and behold, two very good jokers, to be honest. But I don't know how the bloodstone is not uncommon. It's just way too strong. I do think it does need a nerf, but while it is this powerful, I'm glad. I will definitely take advantage of it, you know, and use it to its full power. And there we go, we get past the first round like nothing, you know. We have 2 copies of the Fool, we can easily make heart cards. I was considering Hiker here, but I didn't want to take an Eternal Joker so early. And thankfully we do get a purple seal here, so we can create some more tarot cards. And I always forget about this deck that we actually have 3 consumable slots instead of the regular 2. Alright, so obviously we're just fishing for hearts here. I decided to go ahead and make a random card, a quick little gold card. I do also want to give a quick shout out to everyone. By the way, this boss was rough because I didn't find my hearts, so I was like deciding what to play here, and I decided to risk it. And thankfully I do get a 2-pair, which does score me a decent amount. I had to get pretty lucky here, so we got 2 triggers with 2 hands left, and I think I just play another 2-pair here. Yep. So that does win us the round, and we are on to ante number 2. As I was saying, I do want to give a quick shout out to people who have been watching the videos. It's been a really, fun ride making these, and obviously we found some great luck here with that. Man, I always forget the name. Oops, all 6s. That's what it is. So clearly, it went from a 1 in 3 to a 1 in 2 chance in the most recent balanced patch. And now, we're making it a 100% chance to proc, so the run is won, to say the least. I think this combo of jokers can beat any stake, no matter the deck. Obviously, there are some exceptions, and obviously there's the boss that debuffs heart cards, but as long as you don't run into those two, you play it safe enough, you practically just win on any ante. Now, does this have endless potential? It's you would have to find a few other jokers. There is the Sock and Buskin, which re-triggers face cards. So if you have face cards as your hard cards, you can definitely get those re-triggers going. Obviously, Seltzer would help. Things like that. So, not entirely impossible endless, but one of the more difficult builds to go into endless with. Here I'm just deciding what I want to do, really, because I have so many hard cards. Alright, I think I was looking for like a straight flush or something. And obviously Hermit card we're not going to use just yet. We will wait until we get some money in our hands. Okay. And I think I just decided to save and get my eco going, because I did get it a little bit late here. I was like full committing to the Arcana packs, just trying to get the heart cards early on. But now that I have a lot of this suit already in my deck, we are cruising past these antes. Moving on to ante number 3 here. Let's open up. Actually, I think I save here, because I'm at $27. I want to stay above 25. Get a max eco cap. And as you can see, I already have a few King of Hearts in this deck. I don't actually go for like the flush 5, but I do end up having a lot of King of Hearts, just in case I did get a Sock and Buskin or like a Baron or something. it's always nice to have kings in your deck. Alright. And so we get a black hole there. It's a pretty rare occurrence. And thankfully, oh, we don't find a flush here, yeah. Unfortunate, but our flush is, you know, whenever we level up our flush, our build does get better alongside it. And yeah, we're just cruising through, seeing what we can buy. And there we go, another win. So we're at 18,000 points capped out. Obviously, it's going to be a 100% chance. This is nice because I think I get a hollow Oops All Sixes here, which is nice. Yeah, so I get the holographic. I haven't gotten polychrome from a wheel in a while. I decided to hermit there just because having the money is nice, and celestial packs will help me as well. I do take Mr. Bones here just in case I run into the boss where the heart cards are debuffed. Just in case, you know, and I don't find like a reroll voucher or anything like that. Alright, apologies if you hear any like traffic outside. I'm recording this around like 1 p.m. so it's probably busy out there. But we're cruising past, so as you can see, since we upgraded flush, we nearly doubled our score there. It's more like 1.5x. We got another devil card there. Just use it real quick. Temperance isn't too kind to us actually, which I'm surprised about. But I guess it's because it's just 2 uncommons, and it's not really super valuable, despite how effective it is. I do decide to go for the voucher here, because I know, I forgot what it's called, it's like the kaleidoscope or something. Basically just the thing that lets you have 1.5x where the planets are in your consumable slot. That will definitely help out. Alright, so we're at 28,000. Obviously we're pretty much going to score mainly the same until I get more scaling and more malt. But as you can see, this build is so easy that I don't really need to commit too much. And I could kind of just, you know, go on autopilot as I've been mentioning before. Just have my fun and, you know, see if I can manipulate my deck in a way that I can find jokers re-rolling down the road. And I think I do discard here, yeah, looking for some tarot cards. Unfortunately, we get diamonds, which are not in our flush build here. And I do apologize, I think I've been doing flush build a decent amount lately, so I'm going to try and stray away from that. I try to stray away from it, but it's just such a strong suit, or rather like style of building your deck around. I decided to just strike 2 9s there, just in case we run into Cloud 9. And here, Photograph Joker actually helps us a lot. So what we can do is a nice strategy is playing 4 regular cards and then playing 1 phase card at the end. You do have to do a little bit of micromanagement, obviously just switching that phase card all the way to the end, seeing there. And it'll get you a nice 2 times multiplier. So obviously we went from like scoring 30k, 40k to like 100,000. Very nice, 145,000. I do get this as a just in case, that Acrobat Joker. I only just now noticed it's kind of like an Olympics logo. That's funny. Unfortunately, the Photograph Joker is perishable. But you know, like, what can you do? It's like I will definitely take it for the 5 rounds that it is active, and our flush is at level 5. We're scoring 140,000. You know, we're cruising past this. We are on to ante 5, almost there, pretty much at ante 8. I'm gonna since we're this far into it already, I will let you guys know a little spoiler. I didn't do too well in Endless. I didn't really find much. The jokers that I found didn't really help. The deck wasn't like crazy good to build around. But here I'm just deciding which face card I wanted to use. Almost had like a royal flush going. Alright, so opening up this Arcana pack. And honestly, at this point, I don't really know what to do, so I just hangman. You know, just in my deck a bit. I wish that driver's license wasn't perishable. It would definitely help. This boss is annoying, but we do win in one hand, so it doesn't really matter. Just hurts our eco a little bit. Right there, I do have 4 of a kind 9s, but I think I decided to, yeah, just make them 10s instead. Just because I didn't really want to play 4 of a kind. And I still wanted the face card buff. So as you can see, we're up to 200,000 in the scoring. So it is getting very comfortable. You know, usually around ante 8. I think 300k minimum is what you want to aim for. So there's obviously, I think it's Violet Vessel or something like that, where it's a very large blind. I know Gold Stake, it gets to around 1 million, which, you know, it gets tough. So not every build can go up to that amount. I'm just going to adapt well enough. Apologies if my voice is getting a little hoarse. Just haven't really warmed up to the day. You know, I just kind of woke up. And I do decide to sell Photograph here because it's like next round it's going to perish. So I decided to get Odd Todd. Alright, thankfully I'm finding a lot of death cards. So it's not like I have a minimal amount of hearts on my deck. I think I do show off at one point how many I have. Obviously finding Wheel is very exciting because we do have Oops All 6s. Unfortunately it does go on to Odd Todd, which I didn't plan on keeping in, but I'll take 50 extra trips where it's given to me. You know, I can't complain too much. And I think I was just looking for some higher ranking cards, and I don't have a Photograph anymore, so I don't really need to focus on only really playing face card at the end. Our scoring did take a bit of a hit, seeing how it's only 221,000, but we're still in the same range, so we're quite comfortable. I think my standard packs this run, that was my best one. I don't find anything. Also, this is foil as well, so I think I just decided to take it. Yeah, my standard packs luck, just not good. I was considering hanging Chad here, but I think because it's perishable, I could just hang on to Acrobat because it is a better Joker longer term. So I think I'm just AFK here. Whoopsies. There we go. Almost had a straight flush, but alas. And it says no repeat hand types this round. I wasn't really too concerned. There is a boss upcoming that you will see in a bit that gave me some trouble financially, if that hint works out for y'all. By the way, I got that Spectral card voucher, and I did not find any Red Seal Spectral cards Deja Vu. Did not find any Deja Vus. I found a ton of like Onks and like we add Polychrome to a Joker. It's like I don't want to do that, and I don't want to add cards to my deck or destroy cards. Just give me a freaking Red Seal, you know. Unfortunately, that's not the way the cookie crumbled in this run. Our flush is at level 10, and we're 390 chips. You know, nothing to sneeze at. It is a decent amount being multiplied here, so we're up to 278,000. Focusing on playing on our face cards. So we are an orange stake. I was just confirming because I'm like, man, this run feels too easy to be an orange stake. See, like Wraith, I don't need Wraith. I think I just take Wheel of Fortune here, yeah. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out. Emperor gives me trash. High Priestess is useful, but only if I get flush, which I did, which is nice. So we're up to level 11 on our flush. As you can see, the boss blind there, playing a flush sets money to 0. That was quite rough. I was like, I don't want to lose my eco, and I don't really know how I'm going to do this. But you'll see, I do manage to like kind of find a situation out of it where I'm still scoring enough, but not playing a flush. Obviously, there's only a few things I could have played, so you might be able to guess what I played. But nevertheless, I want to let it happen first. Post commentary is so much different than live. Like live, you run out of stuff to talk about, but post is like, you already know what you were cooking, so you don't want to spoil your audience. I just have to remind myself that. We're up to all the way to 200 chips with that planet card. It's a ton of chips coming off of that. Excuse me. Basically getting into, what's the stunt driver, I think his name, the Joker's name is. The one that minuses a hand size. And adds 250 chips. So right here, all I was looking for was a second 9, 8, or 7. I think I just, yeah, decided to discard because I know I have a few extra 9s. I think I end up finding another 10 here because I do have 10s as well. And I don't want to play a flush. So I'm like, how do I make a flush house here? So I play the ace as a high card. Obviously it's not going to score well. I do find another 6, but it's in a different suit, so I just play them, get some money out of it. See if I can, so we're all the way down to our last hand here. It's getting a little spicy. Obviously I could still win if I just play a flush, but I got my second 10, and I converted this gold card into a king, so I can now play the flush house, and not lose any of my eco. Well done. Was it extra? Of course it was. But I didn't lose any of my eco, and we are able to easily actually move on to ante 8, which is the last ante of this stake. I think harder stakes should go to like ante 12 or something. I feel like that would be sick. Obviously a little too difficult, but you know, in a run like this, it's already decided from the first 2 cards that you get that you kind of just win. As long as you don't mess up. There was a run, I do plan to upload it, where I had double Baron and I somehow managed to lose. And it was so embarrassing because I started recording, I was like, oh no, I lost. But, you know, sometimes you deserve to show off the fails as well. Also, I know I was planning to sell Mr. Bones here. Or I was planning to initially, but then is it Monster Joker? It's the one that gives chips based off the face cards. It does expire soon, so I do have to buy another Joker. And our flush is level 12, doing well. We are scoring around 380,000, which is perfect to one-shot the boss here. And I do just take ramen because it's the exact same, 50 chips, and also we're getting some, you know, multiplicative scaling as well, which is nice. You know, 1 more times 2, never hurt anyone. I think this wheel doesn't work out, yeah. Oops, all 6s, but the wheels still aren't working in my favor. I never had good wheel luck, and I know it's actually part of the seed, which is pretty funny to me. I'm like deciding here because I have a sun card, but I have so many hearts in my deck, like over 30 at this point. I do decide to use it, and I think I just strength here, or high priestess. I don't know. What am I cooking? 34 hearts. That is a ton. Yep, I do decide to go high priestess. Unfortunately, I don't get flush. So next round, we're at $23, and I think I just send it. Sorry, my voice is dying on me. Empty Joker is so expensive, but I get it, like why it's good. To be honest, I think if I sold everything and just kept the 3, Empty Joker might be good. I didn't exactly experiment with that, as you can see here. I just kind of next round. So, I do decide I sell the, yep, Mr. Bones. So I keep the ramen because it is getting me higher scaling, and honestly my main concern was just beating the ante 8 because I have not beaten purple stake yet. And we are back with some endless. And we are back with some endless. Alright. Now, as I mentioned before, I unfortunately don't make it too far here. You know, our scaling is pretty tapped out already. If we don't have like a second bloodstone or some other crazy joker, you know, obviously the Baron or Sock and Buskin. I just keep mentioning those two because they're just so useful. I just haven't run into them, and it just, sometimes the RNG just doesn't work that way. I do get a nice voucher there, and I see that there's a scholar, but it's eternal, so I think I just decided to take Showman, see if I can find an extra bloodstone, but unfortunately the only extra I see is the ramen. I do find another photograph joker, which, to be honest, I should have taken in hindsight, but hindsight, if you all didn't know, it is 2020. Hindsight's 2020. Hindsight's 2020. I don't know, man. I just asked my partner, and she's like, she just said, I don't know to me. So we may never find out, guys. Free tarot card here, even though it messes up my ramen scaling a bit. I should have used a Hierophant, but that's okay. We're winning in this round anyway. So we're scoring 1.1 million, which is very nice. And having 2 ramen is nice, but it's not exactly what I want. So I'm still like, I want to scale because I want to get rerolls down, but I also want jokers. So it's just tough here. I think I should have fooled here earlier and just gotten the money out of it, because I think I used a Herbert card last. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, straight flush is actually worse than regular flush, because my regular flush is such a high level. Yeah, level 13. Unfortunately, we don't find anything good with Showman though. Like, I'm trying to reroll here, and obviously the number one thing I want to find is Bloodstone, but I'm just not finding it. So I decided to go with the Celestial pack. I kind of did forget that my most played hand is always going to be in those Celestial packs, so I should be getting them as often as I could. So that was 1.4 million. We're getting, you know, a little bit higher score. Observatory, that's what it was called. Okay, so Observatory will grant us another 1.5 times multiplier because we do have flush. Unfortunately, we don't run into another flush with Showman. And as you can see there, I'm getting Hex, and like, I just don't want any of these. Alright, but we are on to ante number 10. And you know what? For a regular run, I think getting to ante number 10, especially on purple stake, you know, it's I think it's pretty up there. I do make a huge mistake here though, and I decide I like a dummy to sell my ramen. I think, yeah, I opened the Spectral pack first though. Look at this. Incantation and Familiar? No, like, I don't need any of these. I do sell my ramen, and I get the Lusty Joker. I thought this would help me a lot because of flat mult being applied before my multiplicative mult, but unfortunately it just doesn't work out, and ×2 is a lot better than adding like just 15 mult, you know, to the cards itself. It might be better if we had multiple bloodstones, but as you can see, we've kind of fallen off with our scaling. So ante 10 is where it kind of falls off, unfortunately. We're struggling it out here, you know what I'm saying? You gotta play multiple hands, that's when you're in the trenches. But we do have a lot of Empress multed cards here, and that will secure us the win in this round. Just barely, and our Showman's already debuffed. Unfortunate, but it was his time, you know, in life. Og, I think, so at this point I was playing and I just decided to do it. Like, I'm like, whatever, I'll just sell everything, get a second bloodstone, why not, because we are screwed if we don't make a play. So I just kind of have to like buckle up and see where this run takes me. At this point, I'm buying every Joker I see. I have another Mr. Bones. 4 million points, right? Not very achievable. However, we definitely can get 25% of that, so our Mr. Bones probably is going to get used up here. I actually don't remember too well what ends up happening. And right here, I'm deciding on what to play, like if I want them mult or not. Unfortunately, didn't have any aces in hand, but my next hand hopefully will have them. As you can see, I scored 379,000, so big drop off from where I initially scored. And the main reasoning is because I lost oops all sixes. I kind of betrayed it. I should have kept it because the 1 in 2 chance isn't always going to proc, right? It's 50%, so sometimes it'll just be a really low scoring hand. As you can see there, it was a million. It was a way higher scoring hand. So thankfully, Mr. Bones is going to be save our tail here, because yeah, we're not scoring 1.5 million. And that's okay, because Mr. Bones saved us. And I didn't actually know that you get a special little message there, saved by Mr. Bones. And here, I just opened the Archon pack because we're cooked, essentially. Let's get a Wheel of Fortune going, and nope. So, not much we can do, except just hope we get a nice little polychrome, but we aren't. Life is cruel, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even get another Joker. We need 26 million and we are absolutely cooked. But thank you very much for watching if you did manage to make it this far. It's been a lot of fun recording these Balatro videos. This one was a post commentary, so not my usual style. I think I didn't want to play a flush house there. My aces help, but it's just not enough. As you can see, 210,000. So this run is cooked. We made it all the way to ante number 11. I would say that's a victory in my book. And pretty soon we're going to be able to get to gold stake on, I think gold stake is actually the next one over, right? Or maybe orange stake, I have no idea. Honestly, short-term memory loss with this stake, with this entire deck. And that's going to be it. Yeah, we don't even find a flush as our final hand, ironically. I think I just played like a 2 pair of aces. Or like the 6, yeah. 9966, and is definitely not going to get us there, but it was a great effort. There's a seed if you guys were interested, and thank you once again. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like. If you wanted to, you can also subscribe, and thank you and have a great day, y'all. See you.